Hey guys, welcome to this new episode. Today we are gonna discuss the wonderful 101 Remastered. The wonderful 101 Remastered is a game from Platinum Games, a software house, a Japanese software house that some of you might know very well. They are responsible for many awesome games. For example, Bayonetta, Vanquish, and plenty more, Nier, Automata, etc. You know them because they are basically the masters of action games at the moment on consoles and PC. This specific game, The Wonderful 101, was a project that was initially released on Wii U some years ago. It wasn't very successful because it's a bit of a weird game. It's something in between Pikmin and Lemmings and their usual action stuff. A bit surprisingly, Platinum Games decided to create a crowdfunding campaign. Rumor has it that they were discussing with several publishers. The publishers didn't want to publish the game, so they decided, okay, we're going to go on Kickstarter and do it ourselves. The main idea is that they want to fund the porting of this game for Nintendo Switch, but as stretch goal, they already had several other platforms. So the campaign started a couple of days ago, and they already raised €1 million to €100,000. It's going well, but I think it's slowing down significantly because they made 800,000 just the first day. So it's kind of slowing down. It's the usual thing. I'm not sure where they need to get. Officially, they had a goal of 44,000 euros, which is really low for a porting, and I can grant you that usually even easy port is the real cost is around 100,000. I think what they're trying to do with this campaign is to cover most of the costs, and also they need to cover the costs of all the stuff that they're promising, and that's what I want to discuss in this lesson. Because actually they're promising quite a lot of stuff. Not only you're going to get the game, but if you check the list of rewards here, as the stretch goes, they already unlocked the PC and PS4 version. The Xbox version is not here yet. I'm not sure if it's coming later. But yeah, let's check some of the things that you can unlock, and we can see it here on the rewards on the side. So you're gonna get some digital rewards, then you're gonna get a physical release of Wonderful 101 with a special cover. Then you're gonna get a keychain, a CD soundtrack, a T-shirt. Then you're gonna get blocked on Twitter by Camilla. Camilla is responsible for this project. He's very famous, very vocal on Twitter, and he's famous because he's pretty mean and blocks people on Twitter. So they actually made an inside joke out of it, and he will add you on Twitter and block you, which I think is pretty fun. Actually, that gave them quite a lot of marketing coverage. So that was a good idea. So here you can see, okay, these are the physical versions you're gonna get, and then if you go down, you can see, okay, here's the key the key ring, and then they have some stickers, then they have a card, then they have like a pendant, a T-shirt, etc. There's also the physical comic. Now, what I want to discuss is that they're promising a lot of physical stuff for the money they're raising, and you might think, okay, $1 million is quite a lot. And it is, but because they're gonna have to produce all this, let me put the campaign a bit bigger. Because they're gonna produce a lot of this stuff in different places, what's going to happen is that not only they have to do the porting of the game, deliver the digital copy, but they also have to take care of a lot of manufacturing. And a friend asked me the other day, what do you think about this approach? Like, is it smart? And my reply was, well, listen, I don't know how much it's going to cost them just to do the porting. I can assume that maybe they can do the porting on 3 platforms for something around 300,000. Maybe if they do it internally, they can do it for less. If they use an outsourcing company, that's going to be the price, more or less. Okay, I can see that here they also have a jacket. Now, what's the problem with this approach, in my opinion? I want to show you another campaign that you might be familiar with, because it's I think it's still the most funded game on Kickstarter, video game on Kickstarter. I'm talking about Shenmue 3. Okay, Shenmue 3. Shenmue 3 was put on Kickstarter in 2015, if I remember correctly. It's 2020. The game came in December 2019. The update from December 2019 of this game, let me find it. It's not this one, it's the previous one. Mentions problems with physical rewards updates. No, actually, this one. Yes. So what they're saying is that in this update, we announced that the following rewards would be shipping with the game. These rewards are still undergoing preparation for shipping. So we are talking about illustration, signed illustration, engraved crystal, a calligraphy thing. I don't even know what this is. And then the 3 different bags. So they had 5 years to take care of these physical rewards, but they promised so many of them. They raised over 10 millions. I can't remember exactly. No, actually, it's only 6 million. So I remember it was more. Okay, 6 millions. I can grant you cannot do a game like this for 6 millions. If you played the game, I started it, I haven't played through. You can see that there are other publishers there, so they probably had to go and ask for more money, more funding from other publishers. I mean, like 5 years later, they're still struggling to deliver the physical rewards. So going back to the other campaign, I think that what Platinum Games is doing here, it's fairly risky, because they might end up in the same situation where they need to produce so many of these physical rewards, and they're going to come from so many different places, and the logistic is going to be so complicated that even though the campaign is going well, and they already raised 1.2 millions, maybe they can even end up around I don't know, like 3 or 4. It's hard to say because it just started, so we need to see how it proceeds. They might still have problems delivering everything. We are talking already something like 20,000 backers, and most of them will have physical items. Will be rewarded with physical items. So just a word of warning. This might see a successful campaign. It's gaining a lot of money, but when we look at Shenmue 3, 5 years later, they still haven't delivered everything they promised, and they might do it over time, but you can clearly see they are struggling. All right, so just like what's the lesson here? Just be careful with what you promise. Don't overpromise. Stick to digital rewards when you can, and that's the main thing, really. If you found this lesson interesting, I want to remind you that you can find courses on crowdfunding run by me at academy.writingball.com. You can see the address above my head. The introductory course is free, and then we have the full course. You can access all the content for just $97. We're talking more than 40 lessons, and I recently added also all this campaign analysis, like this video that you're seeing right now. It's also added to the campaign, so you have to the courses, so you have everything there in one place. I want to show you just how much content there is here that will teach you everything you need to know to run a crowdfunding campaign and don't become insane in the process of doing that. That's it for today. Thank you for following, and until next lesson.